when you see this question, hopefully you see immediately that it's got to do with frequency density, and we've got a group frequency table here. So there's a couple of things we need to write down to make sure we remember. So they are that the area on the histogram, the area of the bar represents the frequency. Now I've put equal here, it should probably, strictly speaking, be proportional, but the area of the bar is proportional to the frequency, and the other thing is that frequency density equals frequency over class width. Again, maybe I should have put proportional to, so there might be a constant involved, but normally for one of these where we're defining frequency density, we can use these pretty well. To show your workings, it's always a good idea to extend your table that you've got. So the number of students in our table is our frequency. Well, we're dealing with frequency density, so we need frequency density. So to calculate that, we also need class width. So I've added a column for class width, and then I've added a column for frequency density. The class width is just going to be the size of this class. These are all the classes here. So for the first one, it goes from 0 to 2, so the class width is 2. The second one goes from 2 to 10, so the class width is 8, and so on. Frequency density then, from our formula, is frequency divided by class width. So for the first one, it's frequency 20 divided by 2, which is 10. The second one is 120 divided by 8, which is 15, and in fact I can complete the table for everything I've got. I've just got 2 blanks now, where I haven't yet got these 2 values in here. So let's go to the graph and see how that compares, or the histograms. So I can see that I've got 2 bars already drawn on my histogram. The first one is for the group from 2, or the class from 2 to 10, which is this one, and this frequency density here is 15. So I can add here on the axis that this frequency density here is 15, and I think that means that each little block is 2, so each big block represents 4. That means that for my block here, which is from 15 to 20, so it's this class, this group here, that has a frequency density of 8. So I can now complete my table. I've got 8 is the frequency density. The frequency is going to be frequency density multiplied by class width, so 8 times 5 is 40. And I've now completed part 1. I have used the histogram to complete the table. Okay, so I have used my table. I've used frequency density for each class, and I've added in the bars that weren't here already. Clearly on this program that I'm using, I can't draw straight lines, so I've had to use it freehand, so it's a bit messy. Make sure when you do this that you use a ruler and be very neat and tidy and absolutely accurate. My lines maybe are slightly off because I've had to draw it freehand. Right, it's been pointed out to me quite rightly that I made a mistake in this. I made a silly mistake earlier where 60 divided by 5 should be 12, not 15. So in fact, the height of this bar here should be at 12, not 15.